This is Chris with Ayos. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris with Ayos, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and I'll be down there in the description box, and same as well as TikTok. And I am here to do my WWE Friday Night SmackDown, July 8th, 2022 reviews. So here we go, discussing about tonight's Friday Night SmackDown. Now we kick off the show with the undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Universal Champion Roman Reigns and the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos and Paul Heyman, the Bloodline. So yeah, they came out, and as soon as they came out, by the way, the entrance is a little bit different now. So everybody knows of the little CGI thing with the giant Roman Reigns before he comes out and stuff. Well, now they got the same thing with the Usos now with Roman Reigns when they throw the fingers up in the air, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that was a little bit different right there. But yeah, they came out, and then while, they was holding up the titles and stuff, walking around the ring, all of a sudden we see Mr. Money in the Bank Theory come out, but, he just shows up, and then SmackDown goes on a commercial break, comes back, and Theory is gone. So yeah, he never came down to the ring or anything. I guess he walked backstage again. And then Roman Reigns grabs the mic and he starts talking about how he's in a good mood and all that. He's doing great. The Usos doing great. And he says, "What's wrong with you, wise man?" And then Paul Heyman grabs the mic and he starts talking about, what's wrong with him. And he was talking about, about Brock Lesnar. How the problem is that they got Brock Lesnar as an issue. Because he said, well, when Lesnar gets, pushed back into a corner, he will try to conquer anything that gets in his way and all that stuff. So, yeah, that's what Paul Heyman was talking about. And then he was pretty much telling Roman Reigns that Roman needs to bring his A-game into SummerSlam. Because Brock Lesnar is a very dangerous man when he's pushed back into a corner. And he says Roman Reigns needs to bring his A-game, bring out a new Roman Reigns into this year's SummerSlam and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what Paul Heyman was talking about. And you can see Roman Reigns getting a little bit pissed off, getting with the character and stuff, getting a little bit pissed off and stuff, getting his mind set for Brock Lesnar. But then all of a sudden, after that happened, we hear Theory's music hits, and he comes running down with the Money in the Bank briefcase. But instead of getting into the ring, he just runs around the ring and just runs back up the ramp. So, yeah, that's what happened there. So, yeah, that was a segment right there. But, yeah, there's going to be some stuff we took for tonight's SmackDown. They got Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus one-on-one. Winner of that match will be the number one contender for Roman Reigns' undisputed WWE Universal Championship at Clash at the Castle, which is the next pay-per-view after SummerSlam. So yeah, that match will be happening later on tonight. I'm figuring it's going to happen in the main event. But up next, we're going to be seeing the Viking Raiders in action up next on SmackDown, because they will be taking on Jinder Mahal and Shanky up next on SmackDown. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, it was the first match of the night. It was a tag team match. It was Eric and Ivar, the Viking Raiders, versus Jinder Mahal and Shanky in a tag team match. And this match actually took place. Of course, the Viking Raiders was dominating at first, beating down Jinder Mahal and stuff. And then Jinder Mahal was, trying to fight back, hit a kick to the face onto Eric. But then Eric tags at Ivar, and then Jinder Mahal was trying to tag in Shanky, but Shanky decides to get off the ring apron and just starts dancing. And then when he finally decides to get back on the apron because Jinder Mahal was getting his ass whooped, he gets knocked down off the ring apron by the Viking Raiders, and then the Viking Raiders hit a double powerbomb onto Jinder Mahal, and then Ivar pins him for the 3 count. So yeah, Eric and Ivar, the Viking Raiders, defeated Jinder Mahal and Shanky tonight in a tag team match. That's what happened. For that match, I'll give it 1 star. That's what I'll give it. But then after the match ended, we see Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, the New Day, come out. And they come out and talking about how, they'll give the Viking Raiders some props, because even though the New Day was trying to bring the fight to them, they still got their asses whooped. So yeah, that's what they said. And then they said they got tickets for a ass whooping to whoop the Viking Raiders' ass, and they showed a ticket as his ass ticket or something like that. And then they decided to get into the ring. And then a New Day and the Viking Raiders starts brawling inside the ring, and they still got their asses whooped. So yeah, the Viking Raiders stood tall by taking out the New Day as well. And then we get some clarity after that about why Pat McAfee's not on SmackDown. And of course, if everybody's seen the image already with Pat McAfee wearing a neck brace and stuff for selling an attack, they show what happened after Money in the Bank went off the air and all that, where Happy Corbin attacked Pat McAfee and taking him out and stuff, and that's why Pat McAfee's not on SmackDown. That's why Corey Graves is replacing him for tonight's episode of SmackDown. And then Happy Corbin decides to come out and he says he's going to do Pat McAfee's job better than him. So yeah, that's what he said. So yeah, now Happy Corbin's on the commentary. So yeah, that's what happened there. But yep, up next we're going to be seeing Gunther on SmackDown. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, it was a one-on-one match. But before I talk about that match, we gotta talk about Gunther. So yeah, the Intercontinental Champion Gunther, he came out with Ludwig, Kaser, and Ludwig pretty much starts introducing Gunther and stuff. And then he passes the mic to Gunther, and then Gunther was talking about how he ain't going to do no open challenge for the IC title because it will be foolish, because you'd be a fool if you go into a match and you don't know who's your opponent, and then that's how you lose the title. So yeah, he said he ain't going to never do that, that people gets to earn the way to go face him for the Intercontinental Championship, which is pretty damn good. So yeah, that's what he was saying. And then we see Shinsuke Nakamura come out interrupting him, and Shinsuke was like, look, I didn't come out here to challenge you, Gunther. That'll be for another time. I came out here to challenge Ludwig Kaser. So yeah, we get the match underway. It was Ludwig Kaser versus Shinsuke Nakamura one-on-one. Gunther was at ringside. Happy Corbin was on commentary dancing the Shinsuke's song like how Pat McAfee does, and Corey Graves was dancing as well, doing the same thing. But yeah, we had the match underway. It was an okay match. I'll give this match 1.5 stars. That's why I'll give this match between Ludwig and Shinsuke. Ludwig was doing pretty good, but at the ending we see Shinsuke kick Ludwig upside the head, and after that he hits him with the Kinshasa and then pins him for the 3 count. So yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Ludwig Kaser tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. So it looks like Shinsuke will be the next one to challenge Gunther for the IC title, which will be a good one, and hopefully that match will take place at SummerSlam, because the IC title hasn't been defended at a pay-per-view in like forever at this point. I literally cannot tell you when was the last time the Intercontinental... I don't even think the Intercontinental Championship been defended at a pay-per-view all year this year. And hopefully it will finally get defended this year at SummerSlam. Like, I really hope so. And it'll be a pretty good one to have Gunther versus Shinsuke for the title at SummerSlam. Like, that's what they should do. And hopefully they don't throw it on a random episode of SmackDown. Hopefully they build up the feud and stuff, which would be pretty good. And it'll pretty much make Gunther, it'll make the IC title more prestigious than like it hasn't been. And Gunther's a good one to make that title prestigious once again. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that. But then he tells Gunther gets in the ring, and he tells Ludwig to get up, and he hits a chop on him. Tells him to get back up again, does it again, and then kept on telling him to get back up because it's his punishment for losing his match, and then hits a third chop onto Ludwig, laying him out. So yeah, Gunther pretty much showing his power over Ludwig and the rest of the roster. It looks like pretty good way. I'm actually loving Gunther on SmackDown. Not even gonna lie, he's probably my next best thing, my next favorite thing on SmackDown. Not even gonna lie at this point. Behind Roman Reigns whenever he's on freaking SmackDown. Gunther's the next one that's like freaking good. So yeah, so far WWE has been doing fantastic since Gunther arrived on the main roster. So yeah, I gotta give him credit for that. Pretty good stuff though. Like I said, for that match, I'll give it 1.5 stars. But up next, we're going to be seeing the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Liv Morgan, on Friday Night SmackDown up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, we get to the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Liv Morgan. She comes out, she's getting interviewed by Michael Cole in the ring, and Michael Cole was telling her that, congratulations on winning the SmackDown Women's Championship. Everybody was chanting, you deserve it, to Liv. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Fans are legit behind Liv Morgan, which is great. So yeah, that's what he was saying. But then he says, you already know the deal. You did beat Ronda Rousey to become the new SmackDown Women's Champion, but you gotta know that she's going to obviously throw in her rematch clause against you at SummerSlam. And she says she knows, but she's down for it and all that stuff, and she will be gladly to take on Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship. But then Natalya comes out, and Natalya says to Liv, well, if it wasn't for me injuring Ronda, you would have never won the SmackDown Women's Championship. But you know what? I'll be happy when y'all have y'all's match at SummerSlam and Ronda Rousey challenges you for the title, because a fresh Ronda would definitely beat you. So yeah, that's what Natalya was saying. But then Ronda Rousey comes out and talking about how she does want her rematch clause against Liv Morgan for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And then she was talking crap to Natalya, but then Natalya attacks Ronda Rousey from behind, and she was trying to attack Liv Morgan, but Liv Morgan laid an elbow shot to the face onto Natalya and threw her out the ring. SmackDown goes on a commercial break, comes back on. We got an impromptu match pretty much. It was Ronda Rousey versus Natalya one-on-one, a rematch from Money in the Bank, and it was a pretty okay match. I'll give this match 1.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. I'll say the Money in the Bank match was better than this one. Natalya kept on trying to go after the injured leg of Ronda Rousey multiple times, but Ronda Rousey tried to lock on the ankle lock at one point. Natalya was trying to fight out of it, and then Ronda picks her up, hits a scoop slam suplex or belly to belly suplex or whatever the hell it was onto Natalya, and then locks on the ankle lock once again, and then makes Natalya tap out. So yeah, Ronda Rousey defeated Natalya tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. That's what happened. Like I said, I give that match 1.5 stars. But then after the match ended, we see Drew McIntyre get interviewed backstage, and he was talking about how he will go and beat Sheamus tonight and go to Clash of the Castle and defeat Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar or Theory, whoever is the undisputed WWE Universal Champion at the time. He said he'll go and defeat him and become the new champion. So yeah, that's what Drew McIntyre said. But up next, we're going to be seeing Max Dupree and his Maximum male models up next on Friday Night SmackDown. So yeah, that will be up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown. Now, before I talk about what happened with Lacey Evans and Leah, we got to talk about the Maxim male models. Now they come out. Well, we see Max Dupree come out, and he introduces them. Now, this is like a tennis edition where they wear tennis clothes and all that stuff. Pretty stupid, though. We see Marseille come out, and Marseille comes out wearing the tennis gear and, getting photos taken of them and all that. And then we see, what was Mansoor's name? Mansoori? I don't know. He comes out as well, and stuff like that. I really don't care about this gimmick. I'm sorry to say. I don't really care about it. Well, I mean, I still gotta give it time for it to let's see how it goes, if it grows anything out of this, but we're going to see what happens. But so far, I really don't care for it. So yeah. Then we get to the next thing that happens. So Leah comes out, and it was going to be a tag team match. Lacey Evans then comes out, but then she stops the theme song and she walks backstage, does it again, comes out, stops again, goes backstage, comes out for like the third time. she comes out, she grabs the mic, and she says that she is a hero, and everybody should be cheering way more louder than what they have been doing. So yeah, that's what Lacey Evans was talking about, and she was talking about how she put her life on the line to protect all these stupid ass people, and these people won't give her a louder reaction than what she deserves. So yeah, that's what she was saying. And then Lacey Evans says, pretty much screw the people, and they could rot in hell and all that stuff. And then she was trying to get out the ring, walk out, and Leah's like, comes up to Lacey and goes like, "Well, what are you doing? We got a tag team match." And then Lacey Evans just straight up hits woman's rights onto Aaliyah, laying her out, and she walked out the ring. So yeah, that's what happened. We were supposed to get a tag team match, but it didn't happen. So yeah, that's what happened there. It was an okay segment, and it looks like Lacey Evans has turned heel again. So yeah, that's what happened there. And it looks like we're going to get a little feud between Lacey Evans and Aaliyah next. And yeah, but next we're going to be seeing the Usos in action up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing to happen on Friday night, SmackDown. Now before I talk about the tag team match, we got to talk about Madcap Moss. Now Theory was getting interviewed first, but Theory was talking about how he would cash in the Money in the Bank whenever he wants to, probably at SummerSlam, to become the new undisputed WWE Universal Champion. That's what Theory was talking about, but then Madcap Moss comes up after Theory done walked away. He was talking about how he just wants to beat the hell out of Theory. So yeah, and they got a match set next week on SmackDown. Theory versus Madcap Moss one-on-one next week. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening on SmackDown next week. And then we get to the tag team match. It was the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, versus Angel Humberto Los Lothario tonight in a tag team match, in a championship contenders match. So yeah, it was an okay tag team match. Los Lotharios was doing pretty good. At the ending, at one point, we see the Usos hit the Samoan drop onto Humberto, and then Jimmy goes over there, super kicks Angel, but then Jay went for the pin. 1, 2, Angel breaks at the pin at 2, and then that's when Angel throws Jimmy over the top rope, hits a super kick on him, laying him out. There was a bunch of super kicks in this match. Jimmy falls off the apron to the outside of the floor, and then Humberto jumps over the top rope, trying to hit like a crossbody, but he gets hit with a super kick, getting laid out. And then Humberto had Jay Uso on the top turnbuckle. Jay Uso pushes him off the top turnbuckle. Humberto does a backflip and rolls through, and then he gets smacked with a super kick as well from Jay. And then Jay picks him up, tags in Jimmy, and then the Usos hit 1D onto Humberto and then pin him for the 3 count. So yeah, the Usos defeated Los Lotharios tonight in a tag team match. That's what happened. I'll give the match 1.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. I'll give it 2 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was an okay match between these two teams. But then after the match ended, we see Kayla Braxton come into the ring interviewing the Usos. They was talking about how Kayla was saying that, y'all guys cheated at Money in the Bank, and then the Usos was talking about, like, no, we didn't cheat. It's just the referee screwed up his own job. So, yeah, that's what he said. And Kayla said, well, I heard rumors backstage that y'all going to be going against the Street Profits again at SummerSlam, but with a special guest referee. And the Usos says that is fine. So, yeah, that's what had happened. It was okay. But up next, we're going to be seeing the main event. It will be Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus in a number 1 contenders match up next in the main event. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So, the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, it was the main event. And so, we were supposed to get Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus in a number 1 contenders match. Winner faces whoever for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at Clash of the Castle after SummerSlam. So yeah, that was going to be the stipulation for this match, but this match didn't happen because Sheamus comes out and he says, I'm feeling a little bit sick. I think I got COVID. I need to get tested, and so I cannot compete in this match until I get tested. So yeah, that's what Sheamus said. And then he says that Butch will be taking his place and take on Drew McIntyre, but, apparently he's not that number 1 contenders match. So yeah, it was Drew McIntyre versus Butch 1-on-1. Butch had Ridge Holland and Sheamus at ringside. Butch was doing okay for himself, locking on the Kimura lock and stuff at one point in this match. and Drew McIntyre was just laying him out. Ridge Holland was trying to cheat, but, that didn't work out. And then Drew McIntyre hits the Claymore on the Butch, and then pins him for the 3 count. So, yeah, Drew McIntyre defeated Butch tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. That's what happened. And then, after the match ended, we see Sheamus get on the ring apron, saying that Drew don't got it in him or whatever, and Drew got the sword. Comes down with the sword. Sheamus jumps off the apron, and he chops the top rope in half, and then all of a sudden we see the flames come out the turnbuckles. So, yeah. That's what happened there. That was SmackDown. For that match, I'll just give it 1 star. That's why I'll give it. Tonight's match of the night, I'll say the Usos versus Los Lobos. But, yeah, let's go ahead and talk about SmackDown. Tonight's SmackDown, in my opinion, fucking sucked. I'm not even gonna lie. The main event, Butch, he's great. Drew McIntyre, he's great. But you get promised out of a number 1 contenders match between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, and we know that match would have been match of the night easily, because they always throw in great matches. That match don't happen for some fucking reason after it's been advertised the whole fucking day, and it don't happen. That's annoying as hell. Not only that, the whole SmackDown tonight, Lacey Evans turning heel out of nowhere. Whatever, I don't care for that. I don't care for the maximum male models. The Usos versus Los Lobos was okay. The Viking Raiders dominating Jinder Mahal and Shanky was alright because they need to dominate. That's how it is. Gunther, no, he's pretty damn good. I'll say that much. He's pretty damn good with Ludwig, Kaser, and stuff, which was pretty good stuff with Shinsuke. I'll say that much. And the segment earlier with Roman and stuff was okay, but out of probably the tag team match with the Usos and the segment with Roman and probably with Gunther, everything else on SmackDown fucking sucked, in my opinion. I'm not even gonna lie. Tonight's SmackDown was just shit. For tonight's SmackDown, out of 10 stars, I'll give this SmackDown 4.5. Like, it was trash to me. I'm not even gonna lie. Some people did their best, but the matches was just crap tonight. I'm not even gonna lie. It was just complete shit, in my opinion. But that was Friday Night SmackDown. So, hey, if you don't want to watch SmackDown, just watch my reviews, and I got you covered, because I kind of don't got no choice but to fucking watch it, I guess. If I'm going to talk about it, I guess. So, yeah. Other than that, at least Monday Night Raw's been doing pretty good. It's like 1 year SmackDown does great, next year Raw's great, and the other shows shit half of the time. So, yeah. That's that. So, yeah. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Videos, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. It'll all be down there in the description box, and I'll see you guys later for this Monday Night Raw. So yeah, and I know that show will be better than SmackDown. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then.